Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to get perfectly blended eyeshadow every time. Always start by preparing the eyes with a primer. Priming the eyes before you apply shadow conceals any discoloration and keeps your shadow from creasing so it looks fresh and perfect all day. For normal to dry skin, a concealer with a matte finish works great. For long wear or oily skin, use a primer made specifically for the lids. Apply a translucent powder over the entire eyelid to help the shadows go on smoothly and avoid patchiness. This next step is going to be the key to getting a perfect blend. We're going to lay down a medium tone transition shade in the crease of your eyelid between where the eyeball and the brow bone meet. Wherever you first set your brush down is where the shadow is going to be the darkest. We want this outer V area close to the lash line to be the darkest. So we're going to start here and lightly swipe back and forth to create a soft blended wash of color. Your brush choice is very important. I like a soft fluffy brush that fits comfortably in your crease and is beveled to diffuse the product. The right brush will do most of the blending for you. I'm going to pause it right here because I want you guys to get a really good look. On this eye, step 1 is finished, and on this eye, we haven't put down any shadow yet. You can almost barely tell the difference. It's really subtle, and this is exactly what you want for zone 1. And next I'm going in with a darker crease color. This is going to provide dimension and define the shape we want to create. We're basically creating a color gradient from light to dark. This is the new zone for this shade. It's slightly lower than the lighter transition color we just put on, and it also doesn't go as far inward. I'm stopping a bit past the arch of the brow. Since I'm placing shadow in a smaller, more narrow area, it helps to size down your brush. This keeps the shadow confined to exactly the area you want it. And you can see how adding that darker crease color in zone 2 really intensified her eyes. I'm going to switch to a flat shader brush and pack on a copper shimmer all over the part of the lid that we haven't put shadow on yet. Just like with the other colors, you want to first put your brush down where you want the highest concentration of pigment to be. For this zone, you want that to be in the middle of the eye, right next to your lash line. After you pack on the color there, you can gently spread what's left on the brush right up to the crease and right up to the tear duct area. To finish off this look, I like to add a soft highlight under the brow and in the inner corner of the eyes. This makes the eyes look bright. I'm going to apply some gel liner and a pair of silk lashes. If you want to know which lashes would suit you best, I made a complete tutorial on that. I'll link below. Before we talk about the do's and don'ts, let's fast forward to the final look. To see how I do a full face, watch my live tutorials to learn different looks on different skin tones and face shapes. The biggest problem everyone tells me they have with applying shadows is that they always look muddy. This is usually caused by overblending. To avoid this, make sure you're restricting the different colors to their specified zones. A common problem is to overblend the shadows up too high, completely overlapping the different colors, creating one muddy color rather than a diffused gradient. If you use my method of starting with light colors and sizing down your brush as you go darker, it will be easy to avoid muddy, bruised-looking shadows. When applying crease colors, make sure you're using a feather light touch. Going in too harsh with a rough hand creates patchiness that is really hard to blend out. A good trick is to try holding the brush further away from the ferrule rather than up close. This will instantly force your application to be a little lighter. Choose brushes that are the right size for your eye shape. If you have a large lid space from lash line to brow, you'll want to be using a large enough brush to spread the shadow out wide enough. If you have a smaller lid space, you'll want to use blending brushes that are more narrow at the tip. Also, pay attention to the technique you're using to apply your shadows. To place the color, use a stamping motion, and to blend, swipe back and forth in windshield wiper motions. One thing that's really tricky for beginners is to look at a makeup palette and to know which eyeshadows to choose and where to put them. Sometimes having all those options is really overwhelming. Here's a really easy formula to create any look using 4 eyeshadow shades. A light transition color for the crease, a medium defining color, a shade to go over the remainder of the lid, and a highlighting color. Let's say you have this Urban Decay Naked palette. If you wanted a pinky mauve look, you could use the shade Naked for your transition color in Zone 1, the shade Hustle to define your crease in Zone 2, the shade Toasted for a pretty wash of color in Zone 3, and the shade Virgin to highlight under your brow bone and your inner tear duct. For a bronzed smoky look, you could use the same palette and do the shade Buck for Zone 1, Dark Horse for 2, and Smog for Zone 3. This formula works with any palette or any color combination that you want to do. The safest way to go is to stick to matte colors for the first 2 zones and saving your shimmer for the lid space in Zone 3. Here are some of my favorite color combinations for different eye colors. Like anything else, practice makes perfect with eyeshadow application. I recommend watching this video again and following along with each step. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I hope this video was helpful to you. Be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel.